Design 1.
This is the dome. Its function is a shelter. The dome has solar panels, a sealed door, thick walls, and an oxygen creator. The dome functions mainly by the oxygen creator. It works by CO2 going into it, then it separates the oxygen and carbon. Then it pushes the oxygen into the dome and the carbon back out. This dome has to stop radiation, create warmth, and can get oxygen into the dome easily. It is made up of perspex. It is made out of perspex because it will provide us with a hard, solid shelter.
Design 2.
This droid is called the H2O Functionator, and its function is to process ice into water.
The way it works is it drills up the ice and goes through the tubes into different chambers.
The first chamber is the heat processor.
This chamber heats up ice and melts it into water.
The second chamber is the filter.
The filter gets rid of any unhealthy particles like nitrous oxide.
It then goes through another pipe to get to the water storage.
It waits in this chamber till it gets dispensed by the water dispenser.
The GPS and camera work together to navigate its way around.
The first criteria is that it supports human life.
The second criteria is it helps plants grow.
The third criteria is that it's healthy for humans.
Our droid does all of these criteria successfully.
Design 3.
Our design is a shelter with an oxygen machine. It will provide us with shelter as well as oxygen. Our oxygen machine will prevent CO2 from coming into our house, and it will also clean Mars's atmosphere, allowing us to breathe freely in our home. The way this works is Mars's atmosphere flows into the first tube, and then it gets cleaned and goes down another tube where two pipes are connected, one of which has a sensor. The CO2 will go down the bottom pipe, which pumps back into the atmosphere on Mars, whilst the oxygen goes through the sensor pipe to get cleaned a second time, and then finally get pumps through the air on our house. Our house is coloured black because the black absorbs the sun's heat, enabling our house to be warmer. If we had designed to colour our house differently, we probably wouldn't have got the maximum heat that was possible. The solar panels on top of our roof will give power to our oxygen machine, which means we don't have to take a massive electrical generator with us to Mars. Our walls are made of brick that is 90 centimeters thick, so that Mars's radiation won't affect us.
Design 4.
This is the ice burning robot, and it will pick up the ice, then the ice will get sucked up into a heating cabinet, then the ice will get burnt and go into a cooling area, then goes through to the storage.
And then when the owner's ready to pour the water in the hole, they flick a switch. There's also a switch so the designer can tell the robot where to go, and there's sensors so it doesn't crash into anything.
The machine is 3 meters tall and 5 meters wide. This is because it would be able to fit large amounts of water. The whole machine is white because it needs to deflect as much light to keep the water cool and cold.
There are also army tank wheels to move on the rough terrain because it's rough terrain wheels. The machine has to provide fresh and cold water to keep you hydrated because there is only ice on Mars. This machine has to have solar panels to power the machine to provide water on Mars.
The machine is also made out of steel to keep water cool because steel is cold. Our machine will squirt out water, then Riley's machine will suck it up and make it drinkable.
Design 5.
Our design is called the Ice Crusher. The function of the Ice Crusher is to melt the ice and make it into clean water. This design gets the ice from under the ground and converts it into clean water which humans need to survive. You need to make water on Mars because its only form is ice which is under the Martian landscape.
Our design collects the ice by the solar-powered drill that crushes all the ice. Then the platform opens and the ice flies up the pipe by the suction cubes that pull air into the main compartment. The main compartment has solar panels heating lights which will melt the ice. Next, the water will go through the net that catches dirt and dust from the water. After that, all the water it filters and makes the water drinkable and clean. Lastly, the clean water will come through the tap and into the jug or glass.